question. Looking at the makeup in this room, looking at the makeup of our candidates, it is reflective of the makeup in Berkeley. It has become a much less diverse place, both culturally and economically. And I would like to know what your plans are for addressing specifically, not just economic inequality, but the chasing of Black families out of Berkeley.
Great question.
Yes.
I want to say that I do believe it connects to economics in this way. Multi-generational families that own housing here, when the oldest person dies, and this house is now worth $1 million, none of the family members can buy each other out. They simply cannot afford it. So we see this increasing loss of the African American community. We also have that with businesses, the same sort of dynamic is taking place. I don't really have a specific prescription about how to retain diversity in Berkeley, except to talk about trying to increase the amount of money available for people through first-time homebuyer programs, et cetera, to retain these properties. I think it's otherwise a very difficult thing. I think we're really facing a crisis in our community. One thing about market rate housing I would say also is, it may be true that it will eventually trickle down, but by that time it's too late. We will be an all-white town. We do not want that. So we really need to build the affordability in. It's not just building it into these buildings that are coming in as market rate. So thank you.
I want to emphasize that I don't think market rate is the only solution we have available. I think it has historically been the most effective and widely used solution we have available to building affordable and below market rate unit housing. Measure U1, whether it's 3 or 4, depending on who you ask and which economic analysis you look at, $1 million a year is only comparable to about 100, maybe 150 units of market rate housing getting built as far as money going to the trust fund. Our obligation is to build 1,500 units of above median income housing and 1,500 units of below median income housing. And if we only have money for about, I think it's about $500,000 per unit, if we only have money for about 6 or 8 units per year for Measure U1, we're not going to meet our affordable housing obligations that way either. I think the most effective way to meet our affordable housing funding needs to help address the loss of African American and other low-income community families from Berkeley is through a housing parcel tax, because homeowners are one of the ones who benefit the most from this increase in property values and increase in housing costs. And because they're the ones benefiting, I think it's reasonable, as one of the largest voting blocks in Berkeley, if homeowners value affordable housing and diversity in Berkeley, they should be the ones paying for it, not new residents. Thank you.